Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Ashley.
and this is the Valley Exchange, a podcast about selling on eBay. And this is episode 5. What's going on in our store this week, Ashley?
So we did our auctions from last week. So they ended yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Today's Monday. So yeah. And they went really well. We sold like 147, I think.
Yeah, I think that was our total. After all was said
147,
and
yeah.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we sold, yesterday was our highest sales day ever. We sold $930.
In one day.
Yes, in our auctions.
And
that was a couple items,
yeah.
but we made pretty much $900 in auctions yesterday.
Yeah. And what was our highest day before that?
250?
Yeah, to 250. Did we ever reach 300?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
So this is at least 3 times greater than what we've ever sold before.
Okay, but it's not like we made a ton because of shipping.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I messed up, like, big time. So I started almost all the items out at $1.98 plus $2.99 shipping. But that was a big mistake because a lot of the items cost $3.60 to $5 in shipping. So the ones that we were making profit on that people bid up was going to cover some of our shipping costs from the heavier items.
Yeah.
So I spent all morning being so disappointed. But we still made a decent amount of profit. It's just not what we wanted.
Well, I mean, we achieved our goal. Our goal was to get rid of old stuff, make as much money back as we could, and then move on to new stuff. So I know you were unhappy with how
but we still did make
turned
money.
out. Yeah, because it wasn't quite what you were looking for. But
No. But it's still, I mean, we still made our money back and then some.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, it was also pretty hectic.
Oh my gosh. We will never do that many auctions at one time again.
Yeah.
Like, we fought all day because we were trying to, like, find the items and get them shipped in time before the post office closed. And, like, I literally spent all day shipping. Like,
it was pretty
awful.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
was, like,
I mean, the most we've done before is around 20, and that was over the course of like a weekend. Would you say that's true?
Well, no, in a day. We've done 20 in a day.
We've done 20
before.
a day? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've done, 20 to 30 in a good day before, but to have 3 times that,
Yeah.
it was just insane. I
No, it
mean, we
was
had to
awful.
dig through all our bins, find the stuff,
Speaking of which, we now need to fold everything in them because
Yeah.
they're a disaster.
Yeah, because it's a little bit of a disaster area out there right now because we just trashed the place looking for stuff.
We didn't trash the place. Just our bins are all open and...
Yeah.
Anyway. So, next time, we're going to do maybe like 100 auctions tops. Maybe 50.
Yeah, I mean...
Just at one time because it was hard.
We just need to find a way to do it, but not have everything land on the same day, just to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Because there was also some stuff we couldn't find.
Yeah.
We are not...
Well, it was old. It was from when we first started, and I was like, I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, because we weren't keeping as good a track back then where things were. So for us now to go back and... I mean, if it had been like 5 or 6 things or a couple things, that would have been okay.
We could have found them.
But it was over 100 things in one day that we had to find.
And we didn't, like, pull stuff over the weekend because we decided to go to the beach for the weekend.
Yeah, and we were also at the beach all weekend, so we didn't have any prep time for it. We literally had today to find everything.
Yeah. No, it was chaos. But we made it. We got everything to the post office with, like, 15 minutes to spare. Oh, my gosh. 15 minutes is not enough. I was really...
Yeah, I mean, we kind of were just, like, watching the clock tick every single time we were doing something to make sure that we were reaching it on time.
Yeah.
So.
But we did it. It's over. I will not do that again, and I will probably charge either more for shipping or more for our starting price so that we can cover that better, so we can make a little bit more of a profit.
Yeah.
I mean, we achieved what we set out to achieve, but just I wanted more.
Yeah, I mean, our one-day total was great, but, I mean, our overall profit wasn't as good.
Not as much, no.
But what are our numbers this week?
So for today, we just sold something, but our total for today is 93, so that's not bad.
Decent day.
Yeah, we like to be around 80-ish, so that's good. 80 to 100 is our goal right now. For the week, our sales are 1,433, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But
really great.
Without the auctions, it'd be a lot less.
Yeah, it'd be more around like, what, 500?
Yeah.
So.
And then our last 31 days are 4,283.
Nice.
So that's a good one for us.
That's great.
Yeah, I think we're at 2,600 for forever.
Yeah. So to get up this high has been really really awesome.
We've been doing really pretty okay. We've had a couple slow days. We had our first under $50 day in like probably a month and a half recently, and that was like so slow. There's no reason.
Just happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been having consistent sales for a while now. It's been really nice to see that number.
There hasn't been a day without a sale.
Yeah, up and up. So.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
What about find of the week? Do we have anything good?
I just did our basic sourcing, so there wasn't anything super fun. Just I went to Goodwill and found some Anthropologie and whatnot. So nothing exciting. And this week we were just really behind in kind of everything. I feel like I don't know. I need to just get in gear and like decide to make some money. So we took a week off of our photographer. We're going to just kind of play catch up for a while because that costs us every week. Mm-hmm. So I think we both kind of decided that was the best thing to do for the week.
Yeah, especially with us going on vacation for the weekend and, just not having as much time to get things together for her. We really want to be prepared when we give stuff to her, have it all labeled nice and neatly. That way we know exactly what we're giving her and she knows what she needs to get back to us. So.
Yeah, and we're actually going to try a new tagging system we came up with for each item. So,
you want to describe that a little bit for everybody?
So we decided to put a tag on each clothing item with the number like we talked about. We got like a pricing gun. Is that what a pricing gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pricing
or
gun.
A tag thing. I don't know what it's called. A tag gun. And
a taser.
No. And we decided to tag each of them so we can keep track of which trip it's from, even if we don't do. So if we don't put each item in our inventory, we can still put the entire trip in the inventory and keep track of how much it's costing us.
Yeah, so we can be like, this is all from trip A, and we know that because it has
a tag on it.
Yeah, a tag on it that says trip A.
Yeah.
So then we don't have to go in our spreadsheet and do each individual thing. We can just say, trip A cost us this much for this many items, and then we have it all in there, and we still know where the inventory is.
Correct. So I think that'll be a lot easier, and I like the tags we came up with and everything.
Yeah,
so
they look real nice.
We're just gonna have to wait for everything to get here now,
and then try it out, and hopefully it'll work.
There's no reason it won't work unless it takes me too much time.
I feel like there's always something unseen that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. The best laid plans of mice and men, as they say.
Well, hopefully it works out well.
Yeah.
And we're also going to consider using a backdrop. I've been looking into it. Kevin didn't even know this until today.
She just sprung that upon me today.
I really would like to ask our photographer possibly to use a backdrop.
What are the reasons?
To make our pictures pop. I feel like whenever I'm looking at eBay listings, which I spend a ton of time doing.
No surprise.
Yeah. So I'm looking, and the ones that have backdrops, I'm more drawn to if they're professional looking.
Yeah.
And I feel like ours are borderline. They're like clean, but not really professional.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
We were trying to go with the classic white look.
Yeah.
But that's not really working for us. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Well, just a lot of other people have backdrops now, and it really makes them look clean
different
and crisp, and it pops, and everyone has different ones now, and there's like wood and brick and nature and all those different kinds.
I think the main thing I remember you saying to me is that it kind of brands your store.
Correct.
If you use a consistent backdrop. That way anyone, even if they're just scrolling through a page, they can see your backdrop and be like, oh, I recognize that. I bought from that person before. It was good stuff. I'm going to buy from them again.
Right. And that's not going to happen very often.
Yeah.
But I know that there are people that I watch, and they do. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and I know their items by their backdrop.
Yeah. And it's just an easy way to keep everything together and cohesive.
Yeah. And so we're considering it. We're not sure if we're going to do it right now, but it's a lot to ask with someone to put up in their house.
Yeah. That's the only problem. And what's our backdrop going to be? Nice.
I don't know.
Ocean view, maybe? Or?
No, I found a cute one with like grass and it has I don't know. There's a lot to choose from.
Is there a valley on it?
There's even one with a dinosaur.
A dinosaur?
You would love it.
I do love that.
Hey, that would be really good branding though, because you're like, hey, we have a dinosaur in our backdrop. No one else has this. But no, it doesn't really go with our valley exchange idea. So
Littlefoot exchange, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I love that movie. We're just considering that at this point. We'll see what happens with it in the coming months. It's not not an expensive investment, which is nice. Yeah. So a couple like $20, $30 and you have a nice backdrop.
A couple $20, $30? That's a little bit more.
A couple $20, $30. No, it's like 20 or 30.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So they have some good ones now.
Well, with that, what's our main topic of the week?
We are talking about shipping.
Yeah, right.
So much shipping because we shipped so much this week that...
We felt it was appropriate to do that today.
Definitely. I feel like I'm kind of like mastered in shipping now. You're never going to be, you're never going to be a master in shipping though, because there's always something to learn. But, so the first thing I wanted to say was don't be overwhelmed. It is doable. Like when we started, I felt like that was a big hurdle for us.
For me, especially because I did this, before you, just on my own. And like, that was the part that I had the hardest time with. I even had to have my mother help me out with it because I'm so terrible at packaging stuff up.
Choosing the right method.
Yeah, and making sure, it all goes smoothly. I'm just not good. Yeah. I guess I'm not arts and crafty enough for it, really.
Well, I think people are most often concerned about the cost. They're not sure they're choosing the right shipping method.
Yeah, and there's so many, it's hard to know. It's like, well, which one of these? Is it priority mail or FedEx
or like first class?
First class. Yeah. It's like, which one of these is going to be best? Which one do I choose? Like, it's kind of overwhelming at first.
It definitely is.
And then there's global shipping and all that hassle. So it's like, at first it can be really overwhelming. And then the other part of it is that you often don't charge the right price.
Which we still struggle with.
Yeah. I think everyone always struggles with that. But, I mean, you got to be able to charge the right price to make back what you're paying for it.
Correct. So I'd say the first part of shipping, like the most important part, is like have your little area or make somewhere that it's not going to be stressful for you. Because when we were at our apartment, I always remember being so frustrated because I didn't have enough room to do it. Yeah. And you just need a little bit of room. Even if you're just doing poly mailers, like clear off a little part of your table or whatever.
Donate an area as a shipping area to keep all your supplies there. That way, when the time comes, you don't need to be looking around the house for tape or find your scale or anything like that, which are all things you should have. You should have a scale, some good shipping tape. Yep. What else?
Your boxes. Your boxes. We kind of have an assortment, but I mostly use 12 by 6 by 6. I get them on eBay, but you can get them anywhere. Yeah. And then poly mailers. I have a really small one, and I have a standard. We'll put the measurements up in the description.
And for those who don't know, what exactly is a poly mailer?
It's like a plastic bag. I mean, everyone's gotten something in them before, I'm sure. Like it's a white or gray or whatever bag that seals that you can put clothes in or other goods that won't be squashed.
Yeah. And it's, rectangular, looks kind of... Yeah.
And then I also keep padded flat rate envelopes. So they're priority mail and they cost, if you have the discount on eBay, they're $5.90 to ship. And anything that fits in it can ship for $5.90. Doesn't matter how much it weighs, up to 70 pounds.
Yeah. So you can get a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah. That would normally be heavier and more expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Because anything, getting to this, so anything 16 ounces and under, it's actually 15.9 ounces and under, but no one cares, can go in a poly mailer first class, or any box first class.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a poly mailer. No. It can be anything.
Yeah, sometimes we use little boxes and do it that way. So most of our clothes go first class, which is, I think...
So like
2 to 6 days or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it usually gets there really fast, is what we've found. Like people, even with the poly first class, will say, "Oh, I've got it." And it was only like 2 or 3 days later. So
yeah, definitely, it's almost as fast as priority at this point. Yeah. So, and then the second method we use most of all is a padded flat rate envelope.
Yeah.
Because when it's like a pair of jeans or a jacket, I can normally roll it up really nicely and stick it into a padded flat rate envelope for $5.90, which is the second cheapest way to ship it typically. Okay, and then I have started using flat rate legal envelopes, and they're not padded, they're cardboard, but they're like 30 cents cheaper than a padded flat rate envelope.
Why have you done that? Just because it's cheaper, or
yeah?
Okay.
There's no other reason.
Is there like a difference between not the material, but the item you'll put in? Be like, oh, this one's too fragile for.
No, typically not. The other ones look nicer, so I do want to use them more, but 30 cents adds up over time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm trying to use those whenever I can fit it in there.
Yeah.
The padded flat rates stretch a little bit, so they don't stretch, but they have more give versus a cardboard envelope.
So that way, if something's a little bit bigger or doesn't quite fit, you'll be able to fit it into that
most of the time it's like 1 pound 2 ounces, and I'm like, seriously, I want to put it in a poly mailer, but I can't, and send it first class.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense to do that. So, because you can't. 16 ounces, you're done.
Yep.
1 pound. So that's what we've been doing. And then I think the third shipping option we use the most is FedEx Smart Post, and I typically ship shoes that way if they don't fit in a flat rate envelope. And that's normally like $7-ish depending on where people live. It's like between $5 and $8.
Yeah.
And that's for shoes. And I do it in a 12 by 6 by 6 box, and I get those from eBay. So our process of shipping, we pull the item. So I go to the computer, I find where it's located, and then I put it on my phone. So I type it into my phone really quick where it's located. Then I go out to our storage area, which is our garage, and I pull it from the bins. Sometimes Kevin helps me and then makes a big mess.
Okay. I try to do as best I can. But.
Yeah. And then I bring it into our office, and I make kind of a pile, and then I just start. So I go through each item, click print. We do each item separately so I can keep track of them, or else I ship things to the wrong places.
Yeah.
That happened one time.
We did that?
One time. I didn't tell you.
Oh my gosh.
One time.
I didn't know we did that.
It cost us $10.
What happened? Did they have to ship it to the other
I shipped
person?
him the wrong shirt.
Okay.
And then the other shirt. And yeah, I think this cost us $10.
So you just refunded both of people's money, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really cheap.
The things you learn.
Well, they were both the same color.
That's fine. Yeah.
So anyway, so then I look at each item, I weigh it. If it's under 16 ounces with the poly mailer, I will send it first class. And so I just print out the label, stick it on, seal the bag, and go to the next item. It does not take me long. I don't do anything special. I don't wrap it in bubble wrap or anything like that. Normally a shirt is going to be just fine. It's going to get a little wrinkled, but...
What do you do for those items that need a little bit extra care?
Well, if it's under 16 ounces and I'm worried it'll break, I typically put it in a small box if it'll weigh under 16 ounces. If not, I might wrap it in a little bit of cardboard and bubble wrap and then put it in a poly mailer and still send it first class if it's under 16 ounces.
So just trying to make sure it's as well packaged as possible without overdoing it at the same time.
Correct, because you're losing money every time your shipping cost goes up, because we do free shipping quite often.
Yeah,
so.
And we need to keep that cost down in order to keep profits high.
Correct. So after that, I make a pile, and then I take them to the post office. We could have them picked up, but I just I don't know. At this time, I don't feel like that's a great idea to leave them outside our house.
Yeah,
so.
we
have a lot of neighbors.
Yeah, we don't like the idea of just anyone could just walk by and grab one or anything like that. We want to know that we are dropping it off at the post office. We see it there, and it just feels better to us, feels more secure than just leaving it on our front door. And some people, they live in a location where they're fine with just leaving it on the front door. It's just not for us right now what we feel comfortable with, really.
If we lived somewhere else or we had like a spot in front of our house that like was more hidden, we could do it. But it's just not for us right now. Sometimes I do give it to the mailman if he comes to the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, wait 1 second. Let me grab my packages. And he's
wait,
like,
please.
hang on. I actually had too many priority boxes recently.
Yeah.
And I gave them to him, and he took them back to the post office.
Really?
I didn't even know he would do that.
Yeah.
But I had ordered too many medium flat rates, and we almost never use those anymore. So I was like, can you take these? And he's like, yeah, no problem. He was super sweet. So.
I mean, it's better than just recycling them or anything
well, I would have taken them back myself.
Okay.
You can't recycle them.
Why not?
That's against the rules.
It's cardboard. Can't you?
No, if they're not used, you have to give them back to the post office.
Says who?
Says the agreement you sign on
the
website.
All right. I don't read the terms and conditions.
When you order them. Well, I don't either, but it comes up. Anyway, so after that, our item gets there, and if they leave us feedback, they leave us feedback. If not, we're good with that,
What's the one thing you do, though? You print out that packing slip.
Oh, yeah.
And you write...
Thank you. I write thank you on it. Because I think that's just like an extra little touch to it, so...
So, I mean, that's something we try to do in order to get that good feedback.
Although I'm...
Handwrite thank you.
I'm going to be honest.
What?
For about half of the packages today, I just stuck the label on.
Well, I mean, today was a crazy day.
Like chaos.
Yeah.
I felt really bad. I was like, these people aren't going to get my little thank you note. Like, I was so worried. But, yeah, I was just in too much of a hurry. I was like, I don't have time to handwrite all these things.
Yeah. But that's just our... thing we do as a personal touch in order to encourage that positive feedback.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has their own way of going about it, but that's just something we like to do just to, make it that little bit nicer. That way someone can open back. If they bother to open up the packing slip, they'll see, oh, they wrote thank you. That's so nice. And
yep.
I'm going to leave them great feedback.
A lot of people do. I really appreciate when people do. I mean... But if they don't, I don't email them and be like, hey, you should leave us feedback.
Yeah.
Because that's just encouraging someone to leave you negative feedback.
I mean, we'll get that when we buy from something. They'll be like...
hate that.
Yeah, in a month or two. They're like, all right, you bought from us. You haven't left us feedback. Please do so. And we're like...
yeah.
We don't want that.
No, if I haven't left it, then I'm not going to leave it. But, I don't know, some people do and they say it works for them. But feedback, all in all, is not that important if you have enough positive. I mean...
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about that the other day. Like, some people are really worried about the number of good feedback they have and all that. And it's like, as long as you got a fair amount of positive feedback and as little as possible to no negative feedback, you're okay. I mean...
You don't need to have millions of feedback.
Yeah, that's what... When I go to buy something, I just look to see, like, all right, they got some positive feedback. They obviously have done this before. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
People aren't receiving damaged items all the time, kind of thing. So, yeah, I agree with that, definitely. So a couple concerns, I guess, we had, like, customer concerns this week. People were sending requests to cancel bids on auctions, which was a bummer, but that happens with auctions. We know that.
Yeah, especially with the number of auctions we did. I knew there was going to be several of those. Yeah.
So that, which was fine. I mean, not a big deal. And then people not paying for their auctions, which I'm sure is going to happen. We still have like 40 sitting there that need to be paid.
That was kind of nice because that means we didn't have to ship as much in one day.
Oh my gosh, such a relief.
Yeah. Because if they all paid...
I would have been
yesterday,
I would have been crying.
That would have been crazy. Yeah.
But it worked out. It was fine. So, and then... I think just this week we got like a weird message from someone who's like, I haven't gotten my refund, but they never even bought the item. I can't find any record of them. It's still an active listing.
Yeah, so it's like
the weirdest
they're
thing.
Wanting a refund for something they've never bought from us. And it's
so I messaged them and I'm like, do you have the right seller?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any record of you ever buying this, so...
I'm not entirely sure if they were just confused or if they want money.
Did we sell it like 6 months ago and I don't remember and then they returned it? Because I know it's still there. I don't know. Because I can't find any record of the return either.
Yeah.
So. And there's 18 months of returns.
So obviously that hasn't happened. So.
I don't know. It's just a really, really weird message.
Yeah.
So maybe someone's just trying to talk somebody out of money.
That could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So what are our goals for the upcoming week, Kev?
Well, we're going to renew the auctions that didn't sell as much as it was crazy. We're going to...
Are you sure?
Well, we have a new method for it.
All right. Well, we don't do too many. Yeah. I guess there's not that many left either. So there's like maybe 100.
Yeah. So we're going to try to, make sure we're getting the right shipping costs for everything and maybe not end it all on the same day. That way it won't overwhelm us.
Yeah. Well, we'll start them next week and then run them again.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that. The other thing you've been working on is trying to find good places to source that aren't the bins. Because you
Goodwill outlet?
Yeah. You've just been thinking of not getting quality material.
We went yesterday and it was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What, we got maybe 14 pounds or something?
Yeah, it was pretty light for us.
It was awful. We even looked in the hard goods and we never do that.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I don't know, the quality just isn't as good as what we were hoping for. And I don't know if that's like a trend or if it was just that one day they didn't have any good stuff. I'm hoping it was just that one day.
Yeah, well, it's such a long drive. I can't go there every day.
Yeah.
So, but we're working on it. I'm going to go to some Goodwills this week. I'm making a schedule. Everyone's talking about these schedules, so I'm making one. So maybe my sourcing and listing will be better.
With your schedule? The schedule will fix all?
Yeah. Basically, I'll, be doing 50-50 or whatever. I'm going to do better because I'm slacking.
Yeah. I was hoping we could also organize the house a little bit this week because we got eBay stuff pretty much everywhere. So
It's not that bad.
It's getting pretty bad. I have not seen my table in weeks.
Yeah, the kitchen table's always been like an area.
Yeah.
It's a good area to put it because now we have a puppy. We got a puppy this week.
That is true. We have a puppy, Chloe, the newest member of the Valley Exchange.
She's so cute.
She's very cute.
But yeah, you're right. We need to clean the house. It's not dirty. It's just
not dirty.
Clutter.
There's stuff everywhere. So we need to find a place for all the stuff.
Well, we need to list the stuff so the stuff sells so that we have room for the stuff.
But first, we need to find a place to put the stuff until we list the stuff.
Or we just list the stuff and then we have more room.
Okay. Well, I think we're having a conflict of ideas here, but we'll work through it.
Yeah. We're going to list all the Star Wars stuff this week.
That's true. Yeah,
that'll
I'm really
give me some more room
that.
because that's taking up a bit of room here.
Yeah, all those boxes and stuff.
It's not that bad. It was a lot worse for a while. So we need to organize the bins as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Ugh. Really, really, really. And decide what we're doing with photography.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot to do this week.
I know.
It's exciting.
That. Yeah.
It's a lot of work running your own business.
Who knew?
It's like you don't have someone else to turn to. It's all you.
I know. There's not some boss where I can be like, all right, what now? It's like I've got to decide what to do and how to do it. And
and this week I am doing a post on Reseller Revolution on Instagram. Nicole State and her husband Joe, they have a podcast as well called State's Place. They're awesome. And so they invited us to do a post for the Reseller Revolution this week.
So that's going to be going up tomorrow on Tuesday?
Yeah. And so we'll be talking a little bit about priority shipping and a little bit more detail about that.
That's awesome.
We're really excited.
So they can just go to her Instagram?
The Reseller Revolution has an Instagram as well.
So
but State's Place also has an Instagram.
But which one are we posting on?
Reseller Revolution.
Okay. So go to Reseller Revolution.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yep.
And you'll see our post there.
Yeah. We love Instagram.
Yeah.
We're all about that. We have an Instagram as well. The Valley
Exchange. We do have an Instagram. Yeah.
This is a really long exit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Conclusion, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and our website, The Valley Exchange.
TheValleyExchange.com. And then our YouTube, The Valley Exchange.
It's all The Valley Exchange.
Yeah, it's all The Valley Exchange.
Yeah.
And we're also on iTunes at The Valley Exchange. So go there, subscribe, leave great reviews.
Please.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Like us.
Yeah, like us.
So more people can find us.
Yeah.
We're really excited to be on iTunes now. It's like official.
Yes.
We're a real podcast.
We're a real podcast. We're on iTunes. That's the big leagues right there. So.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.